Right then, Alex, let's see how impervious to heat it is. Whoa! Hey mini enthusiasts, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all having a great day. Special guest appearance again, Mr. Alex Toon. If you've not gone over to his channel, if you don't know who Alex is, again, I'll stick a link down the bottom. Go and check out his channel. He's doing great work on your minivan at the moment, and
escalated a bit more than what we first anticipated, but
so
it's getting there.
You've got 3 minis, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've got classic minivan, 95 Sprite, and a 2,000 mile mini Mayfair.
So, Alex is just doing, I would guess you'd call, well, it was an engine refresh. It's turned into
I'll paint the block quickly, turned into engine out, engine bay, repaint, subframe refurb. Yeah, it's just kind of spiraled out of control, but as it always does with minis, but it'd be nice when it's done.
So, yeah, if you get a chance, go and check him out, because, yeah, he's a great guy as well, even though I say so myself. But
you're only saying that because I'm in person.
So, Alex has popped down today, just passing, lives in Manchester, I live on the south coast, so just passing like you do.
Just nipped in.
Alex has a nice new garage like mine. Yours is a bit newer though, isn't it?
Yeah, it only got finished probably less than 2 months ago.
But I think I probably gave him a bit of inspiration, because I think you saw my garage.
Extremely jealous when Keith moved into this. It's been an ongoing process for like 2 years, and then when Keith moved in, I was just like, yeah, my garage needs to happen. So yeah, I kind of argued with him for a good 6 or 7 months after you bought this place. So yeah, finally got it. Yeah,
and it looks really good. Every man needs a man cave, and yeah. So the reason Alex has dropped in actually is I'm looking at what to do with the floor in the garage now. So as you'd have seen in my videos, it's just plain concrete at the moment, bare concrete, which is fine as kind of an industrial finish, workshop finish, but I keep the cars here and here as well. It's relatively new concrete as well, and the amount of dust it creates is just ridiculous. If I shut the door and do nothing in here, I'll come in and there'll be dust all over the cars. So I've been looking at a few finishes. Easiest and probably cheapest is just to paint it with some industrial floor paint. But there's the drying time with that, and I've not yet, you know, over all my years and experience, I've not yet seen a decent floor paint that you can paint on. You can park a car on it for a few months and the paint stays on the floor. It always comes up and peels up and gets marked. So that's the cheapest option. I probably don't want to do that just because it's not very hard wearing. Second option, which I was looking at, was a resin floor. One, doing it myself. I know I'll make a mess of that, so I'm probably not going to bother. And I looked at a company coming into resin to do the resin floor as well, and that, I just couldn't believe how much that was. So the garage is 5.6 metres by 5.6 metres, and it was going to cost over £2 grand. So the third option, which Alex has had done in his garage, and I think you'll see it in his videos, is these plastic. They're not plastic, are they?
It's like a really hard PVC kind of. It's like sort of super hard plastic. I think it's a production video on YouTube where they kind of like make it from like loads of recycled balls, and it kind of like they melt it. It goes into a press, they press it, and then it makes a tile, and it goes. It's like made of recycled materials. But yeah, I found it to be dead sort of durable in terms of easy to clean. I've parked cars on it obviously the last couple of months and not noticed any marks. And one of the things I did have a concern was when you kind of manoeuvre in cars and you turn the wheel, whether it'd all scrunch up. But I've kind of like got in there and turned the wheels, and there's no movement in it whatsoever because you've got such a span. And each square metre of the flooring weighs 9 kilos, so there's quite a considerable bit of weight to it as well when you consider you've got 30 square metres of flooring.
So this seems like a sensible option to me. It's it will probably be around about £1,000 to do in here, which is not an insignificant amount of money. So I want to make sure it's good. So I kept asking Alex various questions. So You know, does it mark? Can you drop things on it? If I spill oil and petrol on it, is it going to deteriorate it? When I'm doing some welding and I drop the odd bit of weld spatter or burn on there, is it going to melt it? So Alex says, do you know what? I'll bring down some offcuts and we'll have a play around with it. So that's what we're going to do. So we've got some torture devices out. This could get fun. It's either that or we're going to burn the garage down.
Could get out of control, this.
And we're going to do a bit of a product test on it.
But we are in a ventilated space as well. That garage door is open over there, so we're following health and safety rules.
And of course we're both extremely professional. So.
That's it. Get the old MC hammer on it.
So yeah, let's get the camera set up. And I don't know what we're going to do first.
I'll probably say the best till last, fire till last.
Let's
probably try a drop test, grinder, hammer, and then let's do petrol.
Yeah. So
set fire to some stuff.
The other advantage I've mentioned actually to Alex was this stuff is interlocking. You can take it up and take it down, lift it up, put it back down again quite easily. So in somewhere like this where the garage is effectively split in half, if I do want to get involved in a big restoration and you know, I don't want to damage this flooring, then I could potentially just take half the garage up, do what I need to do, then lay it back down again. But it's quick, easy to fit, and relatively
super
cost
easy
effective.
to fit. I fitted it all myself, so that gives you kind of an idea of how easy it is to fit. Yeah, literally just start from one side, lay the whole floor, and then just do all your cuts once you've kind of squared off your garage doors, and simple as that.
Cool. Right, let's crack on.
Let's do it.
Right, so I think probably one of the first things I asked you was the thing you do most commonly is drop stuff on the floor. Certainly in here at the moment, when I drop heavy things at the moment, it takes chunks out of concrete. So I imagine this stuff will probably have a bit of self-healing capability, but let's drop some stuff on it and see
if we can damage it.
see if we can damage it. So we've got some horrible bits here, but generally pretty common things that gets dropped. I think we'll drop them from about 1 metre.
We start off gentle and we'll get more savage as we go along.
I've just got this probably going to bounce off and smash the window and the door. But we'll start with what we're going to start with. Start with a socket.
You can see I think it impacted there.
Yeah.
You can see the imprint. But
see the imprint, but it's
not damaged. It's just
no.
a dust mark.
I'll try and catch this one right on the corner. Ooh, that's a nice. Now again, there's
It'd
like
be
a
interesting
dust
to
mark.
see if it does dent it, how fast it bounces back.
Yeah. We go for a bit heavier hammer now. Oh, that sounded nasty,
yeah.
didn't it?
That's a good one, that.
Yeah. Again, it's just it's like a mark rather than a dent.
Yeah.
This one's horrible. I doubt I can get that to land point down, but we'll try. It did.
Yeah, it did.
It did. And again, that is pretty good. So apart from a bit of discoloration, let's bring the camera in and have a look.
So that was from the big hammer.
Yeah.
That was from the smaller one.
I think they're more, like you say. It hasn't dented it at all. So I'd say that's the first test passed. I'll be quite happy with that. So that was from about 1 metre drop as well. Right, so the next test, we're getting pretty extreme now. So we're going to try an angle grinder. So PPE, gloves and goggles. I should really be wearing overalls as well. So I'll probably get moaned at by the missus of burning a load of pinholes. And that's a genuine bit of ERA Turbo Mini, that is.
I said we use genuine parts on this channel.
Do you want to own a bit of ERA Turbo Mini?
I'll take a bit on from it.
So we're just going to just do a bit of grinding. Again, quite common. You know, you're grinding, you're spraying all the sparks down towards the ground. And we'll see, again, if it marks anything. So.
Go a little bit closer, yeah.
So again, absolutely nothing. And if you've watched my recent video, of course I did have a double hand grip on my grinder. I'll tell you what we do as well. If you want to plonk that back up there, Tony, or yeah, that's fine.
Within safe distance.
We'll actually do what I commonly do is I end up dropping the grinder while it's going. So this is surely going to make some damage here, but we'll have a look. I'll probably get flamed for this. Again.
Now we have some serious damage.
Do you know what though? That is barely scuffed.
Considering we're being quite harsh
brutal
on it.
with that, yeah. So yeah, that has marked it slightly, but there's
It's interesting to see what it's like when you give it a wipe over and see what.
Yeah. And I guess the beauty of this is you could just pick out that piece and replace it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You're not replacing
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
it. Like
floor.
say if you damage, a section, you can just pop a tile out and just replace it.
Yeah. So the next thing, we'll just try a bit of chemical resistance. And I can't think, well, it's going to be all right with petrol. I thought I'd try a bit of paint thinners though, because that'll be...
I mean, that's literally, it's only kind of took the textured finish off the top. It's still,
Yeah.
it's kind of worn like,
Yeah.
what would you say, like half a mil off it, if that.
You'd have to grind that pretty hard to...
It'd be interesting to see how
Get
much
anywhere with it.
it'd take to actually slice right through one.
Yeah. So this is a bit of paint thinners now. Again, some plastics. We'll leave that on there for a moment.
Yeah. And hopefully if you've took the kind of the finish off it, hopefully that bit that is been ground through, it might be a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, actually, that does make it go a little bit soft. And in fact...
If anything, it's rubbing them marks away.
Yeah.
No way.
It is, isn't it?
That's actually... I thought it might be damaging it, not repairing it.
Yeah, it is. It's actually got better. So, obviously, I think if you left that on there, it probably would eat into the plastic a little bit because it is a tiny bit there. But
It's starting to, that section you've left on now, if you get it in a certain light,
yeah,
you can start to see it a little bit.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it will take out those marks. So yeah, it does go a bit soft when you put paint thinners on it. I'll try a bit of petrol.
It'd be interesting if you left a bit of paint thinners on a piece of that overnight and seeing if it actually did eat through it.
Yeah. This paint thinners is pretty...
You can just see in a certain light you've got
Rough.
that.
petrol, it's not doing anything.
Probably anything just like the cleaner in it, like the
Yeah.
grease off.
So petrol's not going to do anything. That doesn't surprise me because obviously it's made as a garage flooring. But I might try a bit of thinners. You wouldn't want to spill a load of thinners on there and leave it.
We probably forgot the most important one if you're on a Classic Mini.
What's that? Oil.
Oil.
I haven't got any oil. My oil minis don't leak. I've not got any oil actually. So,
It'd be interesting to test it if you got a piece of paper to put it on the crack
yeah.
and see if it soaks through.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one to do, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's going to soak through. If you get like a piece of paper under that end wall,
Yeah.
and just leave it to soak for kind of 5 minutes and see how much comes through.
It's, we've got the Sunday Times Sport. That'll be a good test, won't it?
So right underneath the crack, we'll see if oil penetrates through the crack. My guess is you're going to get some degree going through, but
Yeah.
we'll see. And again, that's pretty extreme. If your mini's leaking that much oil in one spot, then
You've got a problem.
you've got a problem.
Swish that around a little bit. And we'll leave that there to soak for a little bit.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Tell you what, I'm impressed with that grinder.
Yeah.
Really impressed with that. Considering you know that's
I mean,
quite an abrasive. That's probably the worst hit you could have done it with.
Yeah.
A flat wheel.
Yeah. That's in fact that would probably make more of a mark in concrete than it has done in that. So fire.
Fire. I like the sound of fire.
Now, do we want to do those bits in the middle, or I'll tell you what we do. I mean, what you're going to do, you're probably going to be working on a bit of metal, heating it up. So we'll try just localised heat to begin with.
It's been 20 minutes since we did that petrol in that section, so the vapours will have vanished. Yeah, to see if hot metal penetrates it.
Yeah.
Which will make you try and burn through that piece as well, from like the side. That's pretty hot now.
Going red, isn't it? So there's nothing there at all.
If you can't get, yeah, go. I can smell.
I can smell a
I
bit
can
of
smell
plastic.
plastic. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've marked it. That's probably no surprise, to be honest. It's plastic, so going to happen, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you could grind that out and then clean it back up again. Should we try a bit of heat directly?
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I mean,
That's not.
that was pushing it on it. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to mark it if you.
So if you were to put that piece of metal on one of these carpets that you've got here,
Yeah.
you'd probably do a lot more damage to one of them than what you've done to that.
Yeah. That's pretty extreme, isn't it?
Did you say it is fire retardant?
Well, it doesn't catch fire, which is good. Just stinks a bit. Maybe we'll leave that to cool down and just scrape off the top and see how much damage it's done. But I suppose that.
Is it gone from the? Is it just bubbled from the top, or is it kind of like pulled it up from the bottom? If you look.
No, it looks like it's formed from the bottom. So I think that'll be, if you dropped your blowtorch and left it there for 20-30 seconds, which I'm sure you'd notice, how much damage are you going to have done. So
I wonder if it's affected kind of the rigidity, the flexibility in the tire if it had cracked.
yeah, it's still.
It's still
Yeah.
solid.
So it's pretty extreme, but I'll let that cool down because being plastic.
Yeah, like hot wax on your fingers. That.
Right.
God, when that got down my throat then.
Yeah. How long do we leave the oil, do you reckon?
Probably have a go now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite extreme. But the best thing to do is maybe pull it up from this middle bit,
Yeah.
so you don't get oil on your actual floor.
Good idea. Nothing.
Nothing. Wow.
Dry.
That's quite impressive, that.
Yeah. There's no sign of oil on the back of there at all. So this is a bit extreme. I don't know what this would be like. It'd be like driving your car in over a socket and then leaving it, leaving the socket on there. So we're going to try with the open end onto the socket. And we haven't got a gauge, but I reckon pounds per square foot, that even at that amount, that's been more than a car's putting on it.
Certainly through such a specific point.
Yeah, so it has marked it. It's.
Yeah. And that'd be interesting to see if that does bounce back.
Whether it self-heals. Yeah, I reckon it will. Let's try going really extreme now. Let's see if I can go as tight as I can. Puncture the whole way through it.
Whatever you do, don't break the vice. No, you started to, you've started to warp that tile at the back.
Yeah.
I'll just show it from this side. So as you can see, you've started to bend the tile. Not sure how good that's going up on camera.
So it's about as tight as I could get the vice, and that has deformed it a bit, but I don't know, how would you recreate that? But I'll tell you what, that other bit that we done just a minute ago is starting to self-heal already.
That's quite
an
indentation, but we have gone.
And the other test was with the pointy end of the hammer directly onto it. So and it does take some abuse, but it's not pierced the whole way through. Yeah, it's marked it.
It kind of gives you like a kind of pressure mark through the back.
Yeah, a shock mark.
Yeah. Durable though.
Yeah. That has actually pierced like the top layer a little bit, hasn't it? But that was pretty extreme. And these bits here, actually, I think if you left that and on a warm day, that would almost heal back to nothing, I reckon. Or very close. What about the burnt one? So this was our one that we cooked. That is actually better than I thought it'd be. Let me grab a scraper.
Have you got any measure thing to measure the thickness to see how much you've burnt off the actual thickness of it?
I don't actually think.
Probably to like.
Oh, it's millimetres.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's quite amazing. Because that was pretty extreme, wasn't it? Well, I'm seriously impressed by that. I can't believe
it does say on the website that it is fire resistant, but to be fire resistant to that level,
that's pretty impressive, isn't it? That was a blowtorch on there for a good amount of time. Obviously, it has lost a bit of material, but when you actually look what's there, it's minute amounts.
Yeah, it's funny how it all kind of bubbled up, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. So that's that piece. We've left it for sort of 20 minutes now, with a bit of heat on it, and as you can see, it's self-healing. So that bit that was really bad is almost completely gone now, and the other bit you can't see it anymore. You cannot see it. I think if you get it in certain lights, you might do. You can just see the outline there. But yeah, I reckon leave that longer and that will almost be completely gone. Right then, what do we reckon?
That's impressed me. Yeah, really impressed me that. Like I say, to have only damaged the actual finish of the tile and not eat into it, considering how much heat you put through that, is...
I'm seriously impressed. When it bubbled up, it looked like there was loads of material coming off of it and burning, but it looks like really just a very top layer and scraped off that bit of soot. And there's no damage behind, and on the front it's minimal damage, but that flame was on there for quite a bit of time. what else would we do? So these bits where we indented it, they seem to be self-healing to a degree.
Yeah, that
I think
first
the
one
longer you
really
leave
quite
that,
a
probably
lot.
the better it's going to get. Quite impressed by the way it didn't seep oil through. Yeah, so I think that's our testing done. Keith and Tooney test engineers.
That's it. I could be a salesman for eco type flooring. That's been useful, that just for my kind of records as well, because I was always kind of a little bit
Yeah.
inquisitive of how it'd stand up. I mean, I'm doing nothing like this on it. So yeah, I think for me personally, I'll never have an issue with it.
So I hope you enjoyed this little update. I know it's something a little bit different from the norm. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Check out Alex's channel down the bottom. And yeah, be back with another video on either Sprout or the ER8 pretty soon. So cheers. Have a good day. Right then, Alex. Let's see how impervious to heat it is.